Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be checking out a video, Baltic Defense Revolution. The massive naval upgrades in Denmark, Sweden, Finland, and Norway. So let's check it out.
After decades of steady cuts in defense spending across the Nordics, the tide is finally turning. In the past 30 years, the Nordic nations have decided it's time to gear up. And while a major part of the budget will reinforce their armies and air forces, a big chunk will flow into upgrading the already impressive Nordic navies. Today, we're diving into how Denmark, Finland, Norway, and Sweden are stepping up their naval game, sharpening their training, and working together like never before. These upgrades aren't just...
It's their collaborative efforts for me. The way they go all out to work together for their nation's security is amazing, and it's really admirable. I love it. I love to see it.
For show, they're critical as they face evolving security threats in the Baltic Sea and the North Atlantic. So, let's start by taking a look at each country's upgrades, starting with Denmark. Denmark has some serious plans to modernize its fleet. They're bringing in new frigates to replace their aging Thetis-class vessels, giving them a major boost in open sea capabilities. But they're not stopping there. Denmark is also upgrading its Absalon-class support ships, prepping them for modern naval warfare. Recognizing the growing underwater threat, Denmark is also investing heavily in anti-submarine warfare and even developing unmanned maritime systems for surveillance and mine countermeasures. Basically, they're pulling out all the stops with cutting-edge tech to enhance their naval power. Next up, Finland. Finland's approach to modernization is ambitious, and it even has a name: Squadron 2020. This program will see the addition of 4 multi-role corvettes, replacing older mine layers and missile boats, and massively boosting Finland's naval capabilities. Finland isn't just focusing on ships, though. With a vast strategic coastline to protect, Finland is also enhancing its coastal defense systems. Their Hamina-class missile boats are being armed with advanced anti-ship missiles and torpedoes, making them a formidable threat. Just like Denmark, Finland is also eyeing unmanned underwater systems for mine hunting, and it's worth noting that they're among NATO's top developers in coastal mine technology, ready to give any potential invader a seriously rough time. Over in Norway, the modernization plans are nothing short of impressive. Norway is investing in 5 new frigates, 10 large surface ships, and 18 smaller combat vessels, which will form the core of Norway's Blue Water Navy. It's the single largest investment among the 4 countries and will place Norway among the nations with the most powerful navies per capita. On top of this, Norway is enhancing its 𝐋𝐈𝐊𝐄-class coastal corvettes, ensuring they stay effective in defending Norway's challenging coastal waters. They're also...
Wow, these Nordic countries are really taking security seriously, and it's really good to see.
Bringing in new submarines to replace the aging Ula class, reinforcing their underwater prowess. And to keep watch over vast areas, Norway is bolstering its long-range maritime patrol fleet with P-8 Poseidon aircraft, which will be invaluable for keeping tabs on the North Atlantic and the Arctic regions. Sweden, with its long history of naval innovation, is also making significant strides. They're upgrading their Visby-class corvettes, already known for their anti-submarine capabilities, making these stealthy ships even more lethal. Sweden's also working on the next-gen A-26 submarines, which promise to be among the world's most advanced conventional subs. Not one to be left behind, Sweden is rolling out its new globalized surveillance aircraft, which will enhance both its own and Norway's situational awareness. They're also preparing a new battleship, the L-class, debuting around 2030, which will incorporate all of Sweden's latest tech. Together, these upgrades will ensure Sweden remains a formidable force in the region. The collective weight of the Nordic navies is on the rise. In 2022, the total displacement of Nordic naval forces was about 180,000 tons. But with all the planned upgrades, they're on track to reach a whopping 300,000 tons, putting them at nearly the same naval power per capita as the UK, which leads Europe in that regard. It's not all about firepower, though. People are the real heart of these upgrades. Recognizing that a top-notch navy needs skilled personnel, the Nordic countries are rolling out recruitment campaigns, boosting salaries, and making it clear there's a real career path for those who join. This is a big deal since retention has been a challenge for all 4 nations, and it bodes well for the future. So, how does all this stack up? By the end of 2023, each Nordic Navy is adding ships and crews, with projections showing they could add between 10,000 and 20,000 active personnel by 2023, the end of 2026. Training is also getting a boost, with a focus on simulations for real-world scenarios and joint exercises with NATO and partner nations. This hands-on approach is honing their skills for modern threats, from cyber to electronic warfare. In their quest for specialization, the Nordic navies are building centers of excellence, pooling expertise in areas like anti-submarine warfare and mine countermeasures. It's a true Nordic effort, with personnel training across borders. Norwegian teams learning in Sweden, Swedish teams in Finland, and so on. By sharing and building knowledge across nations, they're reinforcing each navy's strengths while working as one. When it comes to interoperability, the Nordic navies are setting a new standard. They're syncing up their communication systems and protocols, adopting NATO standards, and developing shared logistics hubs. Sweden will become a supply center, while Finnish jets, ships, and equipment will be able to operate from Norwegian and Swedish bases if needed. It's a vision of a fully integrated Nordic defense, ready to respond swiftly and in unison if the need arises. So, why all this effort if NATO's big players usually call the shots? The Nordics are preparing to be more than just supporting players. By building a capable, modern navy, they're ensuring they have the strength to defend their own interests and the weight to influence NATO decisions.
Wow, such an impressive investment in the naval defense. Wow, this is impressive.
As Norway's naval chief recently put it, we must be able to safeguard our maritime interests on an independent basis. It's a sentiment shared across Denmark, Finland, and Sweden. Now, how would this Nordic powerhouse stack up against Russia? While the Russian Baltic fleet boasts around 30 active ships and some submarines, Sweden and Finland alone can counter with 26 and 20 warships respectively, excluding support vessels. In the Arctic, Norway faces the Russian Northern Fleet, with around 30 surface ships and 30 subs. But with Denmark's support, the numbers are much more balanced, and with Sweden boosting its blue water capabilities, the Nordics are well prepared to tackle any regional threats. To wrap up, the Nordic navies are making a monumental leap in defense and modernization, boosting displacement by nearly a third, adding personnel, focusing on training and retention, and strengthening interoperability. Denmark, Finland, Norway, and Sweden are on a mission to become a robust, self-reliant naval force within NATO. These upgrades ensure they're ready to face the challenges of the 21st century, enhancing regional security and reinforcing their commitment to international cooperation in the Baltic and North Atlantic regions. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and let me know in the comments if there's anything else you'd like me to cover. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts, so let me know if there's something I missed. Have a fantastic weekend, folks.
Wow, these Nordic brothers are not joking. They are always on top of their game. Like, they are always doing something, upgrading things, and they're just on top of their game. And it's so good. It's good for them. I love it for them. Wow. Wow, wow. I don't know what to say. Like, it's so impressive, the investment they put into these things. Like this naval defense now, the investment is huge. Like, it's really much, but it's for good. So it's all good. Wow. I'm impressed. This was a nice watch. I enjoyed the video. You guys, let me know what you think about the video in the comments. Okay, thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.